In this video, I want to talk about 5 things that you can do to make sure you have the right risk in retirement. My name is Liz Whittaberry, and I am the founder of Best Path Advisors, and I specialize in retirement planning. For more than 20 years, I've helped women and couples retire successfully and on their best path. Now, what I've noticed is that as you approach retirement or when you're in retirement, risk can be a lot more stressful. So I want to talk today about 5 things that you can do to make sure that you have the right risk for your retirement. Number 1 is to consider the stage you're in. Do you have 10 or more years before retirement? Then you should be achieving as much growth as possible in order to maximize the amount of money that you have when you reach retirement. As you begin to approach retirement, then you need to begin to shift a little bit. You need to start building your war chest. And the war chest is that money that's not going to be impacted by what's happening in the market or what's happening to our economy or what's going on around the globe. You need that war chest as you get to retirement so that you can support your income in those first years without worrying about all those other things. And then in retirement, you need to have short-term money that covers those short-term cash flow needs and is very stable. But you also need to have long-term money that's going to keep up with inflation, outpace inflation, so that you're going to have the money that you need down the road. Number 2, I want you to eliminate excess risk. Look at the risk you're taking and ask yourself if that risk is necessary to achieve your goals. Or is it just risk you're taking for no reason at all, and you don't really even know why you're taking that risk? You don't want to have risk in your portfolio that is going to blindside you and impact your plan. You know, if you've got all of your portfolio basically in one stock and something happens to that company, that could ruin your plan. So you've got to consider the different types of risks that you're taking, and are you taking smart risk? Can you eliminate excess risk that could really mess up the plan? You don't want that to happen to you. Number 3 is to think about the types of risks that you're going to encounter when you're in retirement so that you can plan for them. And it's not just market risk. I mean, that is important. You've got to think through the portfolio and have the short term and the long term lined up properly, have that match your risk that's needed. But you also want to think about, how long does your money need to last? What kind of income do you need to have coming from it? How does that income need to grow? What is inflation potentially going to be over your retirement? Is it going to be higher than it has been recently? There's a very good chance that that's going to be the case. Are there potentially any impacts to future income? Could your Social Security income go down? What is your plan in case that happens? And what about your health? What could happen to your health over those retirement years, and what things could you be facing? You know, as we live longer, then we're seeing that more and more people are encountering potential dementia or potential Alzheimer's or other frailty issues that require more help needed in those later years. So think about all of the types of risks that you might encounter and what your plan for them is. Then number 4, I want you to think about how to align your assets to have the right risk. You've got to have the portfolio that is for the income needs. It needs to be stable. It needs to generate the income that you need. You need to have the portfolio that is for your long-term growth needs so that you can outpace inflation. You can have money at the end of life. And you need to have some assets set aside for contingencies. Things that could happen that you don't have built into the plan. You've got to have excess assets set aside for those contingencies so that they don't derail your plan. And then number 5, once you've looked at this, you want to look at it again on a regular basis, review, make adjustments, reassess your risk, and as you need to do it, shift from short-term to long-term, from long-term to short-term. Make the changes that are needed to keep you on track and on your best path. Now, if you need help with that, feel free to shoot me an email or schedule a time to talk. I am here to help you be on your best path.